Alright, so today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to embroider. My name is Ivan, so I'm going to be teaching you guys every single thing, what I started, what I learned, and this is just going to be a easy tutorial how you can start making more money just due to COVID and everything. A lot of people have been stressed out, so this channel is just dedicated for every single individual that is wanting to start a business. Technically, you don't really have to have a lot of space. I'm doing this in my separate room. So let's go. Okay, so like I mentioned, what we're going to be needing is a hoop. So this is a 5x7. So this is probably one of the bigger hoops if you are working with a 4x4 hoop. If you are wanting to get bigger designs, the only way to get bigger designs is obviously upgrading to a bigger machine. So just a FYI. So this one does carry a 5x7, and I also have other ones just like a 4x4, but you're gonna need something, so have something there. Thread. All right, so doesn't really matter so much about the thread. Once you start being more profitable, you can invest into higher quality threads. So this is a professional thread, so just kind of play around, see what works for you, but you're gonna need some thread. Another thing is some pair of scissors. So these are the same scissors that came with the machine. Nothing has really changed. What I've been using, these have been so incredible. I also have a threader that I also use, and then we're gonna need some adhesive spray. So this is what we're gonna cut our cutaway, and we're gonna apply it to our sweatshirt that we're gonna be doing today. So let's check that out. So for today, what we're gonna be needing is some thread, some scissors, the hoop. I'm gonna be using a 5x7, and then obviously we're gonna get some adhesive. You can either use tearaway or cutaway. I always use cutaway just because it's always more durable. And then obviously our garment. So we're gonna do this sweatshirt here. So you don't really need that much, but I would highly recommend for you to have these things because it's gonna be very easy. There's not a specific brand that you would need about scissors, and pretty much everything will be linked down below. So if you want to check some embroidery machine, we are going to be working with a Brother PE or SP 17 or 1900 actually. So this is the bigger one, and it is a Brother SE900. So we're going to be working with this guy. All right, so with this stencil, what we're gonna do is apply it to our garment, and obviously once you kind of get the hang of everything, you'll start to get better and faster. So this is probably the easiest way for you to understand, and obviously that's in the middle, and what we're gonna do is just hoop it for you guys. So that's gonna be off camera. But this is the quickest way just to kind of get a straight line and get it in the center. But if not, I'll make a full tutorial for you guys in depth of this. So for here, we're just gonna set it up. I'll set everything up for you guys here, just live. And once you start getting more understanding of your machine, the quicker you'll start to move, and you're going to want to hear that snap into place. Just make sure that there's no garment underneath. I always want to make sure that there's nothing underneath here, because you don't want nothing to get stitched on to the actual garment itself. Okay, everything looks good. And what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be showing you guys how to thread the machine. So let me see if I can do this here for you guys. Let's see. Let's put you guys up here for a second. All right, so here is the thread. And what you're gonna wanna do is get your thread, and you're gonna wanna go into this socket first, and then bring it up, and then just go all the way down to number, down 2, and then there's gonna be a number 3 all the way at the bottom. And then pretty much what you're gonna wanna do is bring it back up, go to 4 here, see, and then just bring it down. I'm gonna need my 2 hands here for a second, and I'm gonna just set you guys down here for a second, and then from there you're gonna want to hold the thread in place. Here's the tricky part that a majority of people have issues with. So there's gonna be a little socket right there. Let me see if it focuses. Let's see. There it is. All right, you see my thread in there? So it looks like it's number 6. The thread's gonna go inside this socket here, okay? So then you're gonna wanna bring it to number 7 right there. You're gonna hear a little click, and then you're just gonna bring it over here. Let me see if I can do this. Just gonna grab it, and you're gonna trim it here, and you're all set to go. And then from here, there's gonna be a little latch here at the back of the machine. See, you see that there? And then you're just gonna bring it down. You're just gonna bring it down, and this is what it's gonna do. Okay? So now what you're gonna wanna do here is, there's this latch here, right here, on the side. And then you're gonna see it fully threaded here when you push it down. Okay, so it's threaded. Kind of get it, and then there it is. So now we're all set to go. From here, what we're gonna do is press. Pretty much what it's gonna be is gonna be edit end. And then we're gonna press embroider, and we're all set to go. So now our machine is ready and it's calibrated, and what we're gonna do is embroider this. So we're just gonna press this button here, and now it's gonna embroider. So here's a lot of things that a lot of people don't tell you is pretty much this is going to be the time that it's going to take. And here we can actually go back into threads, but that's going to be a separate video. What I always recommend you guys is not to put your machine here. You always want to use your machines slow, because sometimes you don't want threads to be misaligned. Sometimes these machines aren't meant to work in fast pace, but yeah. So all right, so this is how it came out. Everything came out perfectly. So the highest quality that we can actually do, and this is a set and stitch. And what we're going to be doing is doing a sleeve. So the client wants some names on the sleeves, and that's what we're going to be doing. But just to wrap everything all around,